Hey guys, Wayne here from Fully Human. Welcome back. I'm going to do a video review today on a channel called Elora Wild. She's a vegan and she's feeding her child, she's breastfeeding her child while she's on the vegan diet. And this video is her what I eat in a day. Before we go on, I just want to say a big thanks to everyone, all the positive feedback on my recent video, the Fit Over 40 Jungle Adventure video. We had tons of fun making it, and I'd like to do more videos like this in the future. So if you like it, let me know in the comments. We've got some really beautiful locations here in North Queensland, Australia, including going out to the tropical islands. So let me know in the comments, and yeah, let's get along with the video.
Good morning everyone. I thought today would be a good time to vlog. We've just woken up not too long.
So right off the bat, she looks really iron deficient. She looks anemic to me, or leading to anemia. So that's not a good sign, especially she is only 25. So keep that in mind. She's 25 years old. Look at this yoga. That's hilarious. Oh, shit. Nice hair. Have you noticed a lot of vegans tend to be alternate thinkers? They like to, be different to everybody else. Like the tattoos, the piercings, the shaved head. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, and I'm not judging. But I just find it goes hand in hand. There's a lot of this alternate way of thinking in not just the diet, but a lot of things. Kind of like a religion. Gross. Like, I mean, what do we got here? Frozen banana, water, hazelnut milk, which is not milk, cocoa powder. So cocoa powder is a bit of a stimulant. There's a little bit of caffeine. There's a lot of anti-nutrients. It's a very complex thing, cacao. That's why it's very, very bitter unless you add a lot of sugar to it. Hazelnut milk, that's just full of anti-nutrients. There's no nutrition in the milk whatsoever. You're kind of tricking your body into thinking, she's tricking her body into thinking she's getting that. And the banana, whoop-de-doo, a bit of vitamin C and potassium. There's nothing in here that's going to give her the breastfeeding nutrition that she's looking for. And honestly, it looks like liquid shit. Ew.
She would have just not gone to sleep. Might try and put her in the docker top, but sometimes.
Her daughter's actually looks healthy. Like she's putting on weight, which is really good. Obviously, the nutrition coming from the breast milk is coming from the mother's body in this case. She's not adding these nutrients to her breast milk from her diet. So everything the baby's getting is coming from the actual nutrient stores in the mother. I had a quick look on this young lady's YouTube channel, and she has a background in bodybuilding. So she's put on quite a bit of muscle mass, prior to the pregnancy and prior to the breastfeeding. So having the stores of nutrition in the body is actually a really useful thing, especially because of what she's doing. She needs those nutrient stores. So luckily that's coming through to the breast milk, and the baby's healthy, obviously. So, but sadly that's going to run out one day, and when the weaning process starts, that's when the problems will really come.
I wasn't sure if I was pregnant. Like, I was like, okay, there's a faint line, and I did this test in the morning.
I keep forgetting this lady is 25 years old. She should be in her prime youth. You could eat pizza and deep fried chips and look healthy at this age, but she's still getting anemic.
And then I spent the whole day being like, am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? Am I pregnant? Am I not pregnant? And it wasn't until the next day that I officially knew that I was pregnant, which you can watch in this I'm pregnant video.
Meal 2. Let's do it. Let's go. Tomatoes, nightshades, avocados in there, So you've got the nightshade tomatoes. You're not going to get any nutrients from that, even if it has a bit of vitamin C. There's all of the issues with the nightshades. The avocado, she might get a little bit from that, and I'm sure these are not real eggs. They're going to be some sort of tofu shit. Let's see.
So that's that vegan egg, which is a healthy alternative to eggs. Eggs aren't actually healthy. I'll leave a video below for you guys.
I find it hilarious that this 25-year-old young lady is standing there telling us that eggs aren't healthy, and she looks like she's having the life sucked out of her. She looks incredibly iron deficient. She looks borderline anemia, and she's telling us what is and isn't healthy. Honestly, you could, if you're 25, you could eat shit and you could look healthier than this. So for her to stand there and tell us eggs aren't healthy, come on.
Watch on why eggs aren't healthy.
She's no
if
expert.
If you're wanting more information, then on my How and Why to Go Vegan page, it's like a free guide with heaps of information. Yeah, you can look into it a little bit more there. Otherwise, if you've got like 90 seconds to spare, which I'm sure all of you do, click on the video linked below title.
When they watch a video like that, they're like, yeah, you know, I've got something to, you know, it just sort of reinforces the belief they're wanting to go towards. Again, I talk about vegan psychology in one of my older videos, and it's about people looking for some sort of direction, especially this age in their life, in these early 20s, mid 20s. People are looking for direction. They're really looking for some sort of, you know, identity. So when they watch videos like this, it just gives them confirmation on some idea of going veganism, some path to take in their life. And unfortunately, this is a very damaging path, and you can see from this young lady what it's already doing to her.
A very easy second meal. I was going to say breakfast, but I can't be bothered labeling things breakfast, lunch and dinner because I don't really do that. It's just like I end up having like 4 or 5 meals a day.
Why do vegans always eat all the time? Because they're not satiated from the meal. They're just eating all the time.
Some of them are snacks, some of them are full meals. It just really depends. So if you're wanting to increase your milk supply, I think one, it's important to ask yourself why you want to increase the milk supply. Is it because you'd like more milk to be able to pump? Is it because you think your baby's not getting enough milk? To know whether or not your baby is getting enough breast milk is to have a look at how many wet nappies they're producing every single day. Well,
so what you're saying about the breastfeeding here, it's correct. You know, the child's putting on weight and they're, you know, the nappies are full all the time. That, you know, it's an indication that they're getting sufficient food, sufficient breast milk. You know, as I said, this lady has good stores of nutrition in her muscles from her years of weight training prior to the pregnancy. But for anybody who's a vegan and they're very likely to be getting breastfeeding problems, milk supply problems, if this is the case, then they really need to start to add in some high quality nutrients into the diet, especially really nutrient dense foods such as liver and seafood.
And she's still gaining weight and she's still within, we've got like a little chart that we look at here at home. Something else that's important to remember while pregnant and breastfeeding is hydrate. You need to drink water. I try to aim for 3 liters of water a day. Sometimes I get there, sometimes I don't.
Holy shit. 3 liters a day, that's crazy. So she's just going to be flushing out all these minerals by drinking so much water. You notice she also said, sometimes I get there and sometimes I don't. So it sounds like she's forcing herself to drink this water. So it's very unnatural. It's going against her instincts. She's just doing it in this false belief that you need huge amounts of water. I mean, 3 liters a day, that's insane.
But at least I'm aiming for it. And I just drink out of one of these big mason jars.
Good job. Meal 3. Well, if it's well and good, it must be good for you, right? And vegan. The Nutlex there, just go back. Nutlex is just a vegetable oil. It's a margarine, and it's hydrogenated. They do that to make it solid at room temperature, and yeah, it's very inflammatory. If for someone to talk about how eggs are bad and they're going to give you heart disease, or she promotes a video that says that, for her to say that and then she goes and eats this, you know, margarine, which is really, you know, this is the key cause of heart disease. This is one of the biggest causes. She's just totally blind. She's just fallen into the trap of believing that, you know, animal products are bad and vegetable products are good without even questioning it. So I noticed she just showed a close-up picture of her baby's eyes there, and it's, I remember when I had my first child, and you sort of fall into this, it changes who you are, it really does. If you're a parent, you'll know what I mean, but you've created this perfect little thing, and when you see the vitality coming out of their eyes, it really inspires you to want to do the best you can for the child and yourself. Really, a lot of people, this is when I really started getting into, eating more healthy. And unfortunately, a lot of people think the same way. They get into wanting to eat more healthy, but they go down the vegan track. And there's this false sense of security that they see this perfect, thriving child with these bright eyes, and they feel like, what they're doing is perfect, but it's a false sense of security. I just wanted to mention that because a lot of parents, new parents, fall into this trap, and I think that's what's happening now. It's very sad that many parents are falling into this veganism thing. It's very unfortunate. So all we've got here is just wheat pasta. It said gluten-free, so it's just going to be some sort of processed refined flour, just grains. It's just mixed up grains turned into there's no nutrition in grains. And then the vegetables, she probably believes she's getting nutrition from that. And she's emulating cheese. If she obviously wants dairy here. If she's looking to make this creamy macaroni thing, eat some cheese, woman. Your body's calling out for cheese. Follow what your body wants. Even cheese is vegetarian. At least give yourself some high quality cheese. You're not going to be hurting any cows if you're getting some local grass-fed cheese. It's not hurting anybody, but you're going to be giving yourself so much nutrition. I don't get why vegans do this. They clearly want to have these animal products.
Alright, it's snack time. How you doing there? You're so cute. You're
her
tiny.
sister.
Yeah, we're just having a snack. Nora's having her snack.
Meal 4.
Oh, which is the smaller one that I got first.
These are just wheat crackers. They're this brand. They're just mixed up with wheat and vegetable oil, but I think there can possibly be some dehydrated cheese in those. I'm going to check on that, but unless she chose the vegan brand, but otherwise it's just wheat and vegetable oil. These are the two most inflammatory foods, the most common foods that cause all of our disease. Wheat and vegetable oils, and that's all this is. It's crazy.
We haven't had anything since
Another meal.
our last food, which was actually, I feel like a while ago. I'm not sure how long ago that was.
It was like a whole hour ago, and shit, she's starving. It feels like forever.
I was holding Nora. She was going to sleep, so my husband put on dinner for us. We're having vegan fish. Fish is also not good for you. I will link a video down below, video on why you shouldn't eat fish, and it's about the health reasons.
So she's not only does she think that eggs are bad for you, but now she's saying that fish is bad for you. I'm guessing, I haven't seen the video she linked, but I'm guessing it's because of the mercury and heavy metals. That's bullshit. Obviously, big fish such as shark and swordfish, they can accumulate heavy metals. If you're eating shark or swordfish, big sharks or swordfish every day, it may start to be, accumulate in your system. But things like sardines and wild salmon, all of these small and medium-sized fish, mackerel, they are not accumulating the levels of mercury that are a concern. And fish contains nutrients that also help you detox heavy metals.
So these are the corn, I don't even know how to say. I'm pretty sure it's corn.
Soy, wheat, and vegetable oil, and she considers that healthy. They probably add some weird seaweed extract to kind of mimic the fish taste. Eat some fish already, okay?
Vegan fish fillets, and these are my favorite vegan fish. It's coleslaw with vegan mayo that we got from Coles, which I'm pretty sure is
vegan
just
mayo,
called
of
vegan
course.
Mayo. It's a new product.
When the wheat and the soy is fried in the vegetable oil, it's going to oxidize it even more. And I'm sure she would have put oil in the pan, of course vegan oil in the pan, and cooked this again, probably some soybean oil. So it's extremely oxidized and extremely inflammatory. This is a recipe for heart disease. And this little salad on the side, completely indigestible. Try eating raw cabbage. Unless it's cooked or fermented, you just cannot digest it at all. She's going to get a whole bunch of gas, and she's not going to digest any nutrients out of this food.
Well, so there's banana ice cream underneath there, and then we've got some dates.
breakfast, don't lie, you're going to eat that before bed, right? I reckon. You know, she's craving sweets. This is just a bunch of sugar.
Blender up there. Absolutely love this. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I've given you some food ideas.
So holy shit, I mean, look at this young lady, 25 years old. She's telling us that eggs and fish are bad for us. She looks extremely iron deficient, on borderline anemic. I'd like to ask your opinions if you think she's already anemic or if she's pre-anemic. Let me know in the comments. But whatever it is, she's very iron deficient and B12 deficient. And yeah, she's trying to tell us what to eat and what not to eat. And, you know, the thing that scares me the most is when this child has finished the weaning process, when they've weaned and they're looking to eat non-breast milk foods. That's when the dangers happen. That's when the weight gain will stop, and that's when the nutrients just don't go into the child, and that's a really dangerous time. And sadly, more and more mothers are doing this. So yeah, please spread the word. We've got to stop this sort of thing happening. You know, we need to get nutrients back into the families of mothers, you know, breastfeeding mothers, pregnant mothers, and new children. They need to start on the high quality animal foods. It's not that hard to do, and sadly, so many women like this are going down the wrong way. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon, and I will see you guys really soon. Thanks for watching.